Hey, this is Luke Samuel, Commercial Product Director for the Climate Corporation. Yeah, we're really excited about the offerings in Climate Fieldview this year and thinking about the yield analysis coming off of last fall and the ability to really dig into your yield information coming from each of your fields and each of your farms, but then also using that information to generate the prescriptions for your seeding this year through our advanced scripting tool, and taking those yield-based zones, distributing that seed out there and making sure that you're going to maximize every acre. And then also with the fertility side, so our nitrogen monitoring tool and our zone nitrogen monitoring tool, that you're able to really pinpoint across all those different acres that you have what the fertility is and if you need to go out there and supplement. Yeah, so our prescription-based tool, our advanced scripting feature on the seeding side for corn, to really make sure that you're putting the right amount of seeds in the right spot to maximize yield across every acre. And then also with our nitrogen monitoring tool and our FieldView Pro feature, to understand how your nitrogen is tracking throughout the season. And then for 17 on that, we're going to actually have zone-based nitrogen look at. So we know each field is unique. Each field has a lot of different variability across it, and the ability to track and understand how that nitrogen level is across the season on each of those zones is critically important to make sure that you are gaining the best yield that you can out of each of those acres. You know, looking ahead also through the growing season, once you get that seed in the ground, it's really important to understand how that crop is tracking. So the ability to utilize the field health analysis on our FieldView Plus feature set is critical, so that you can see that crop from the eye in the sky with satellite imagery to understand how it's tracking. Is there disease out there? Is there some things going on that maybe you don't necessarily see from the road or even when you're out scouting it? But the biggest opportunity in my mind with the field health images is really prioritizing those fields that you want to go visit and spending your time to effectively go out there, understand how that crop is doing, and then making some decisions against it to help enable that you're pulling in that yield that you expect at the end of the year. From a harvest perspective, you know, obviously you put the seed in the ground, you watch that crop grow all season long, and making sure that you're doing your best to realize that yield you're after at the end of the year. And then the Climate Fieldview tool really does a great job with the yield analysis side of understanding across each and every one of those acres how that crop performed and how each of the hybrids performed that you planted, or each of the soybean varieties, to get a pinpoint look at some of those areas in the field where maybe you want to better understand, you know, why did this crop do it, you know, why was this part of the field the yield was this way, or the yield was higher than expected or lower than expected. But to really dig in and understand on a field by field, on an acre by acre basis, why that crop yielded the way it did. And so looking ahead, you know, we're really excited too at Climate Fieldview about our pipeline and thinking about fertility scripting. So putting some emphasis, not only can we do some seeding prescriptions in the spring, but also looking at how do we manage fertility a little bit differently, and getting really granular on nitrogen prescriptions and also P and K prescriptions to help round out those fertility needs of that season for that crop year in and year out. Yeah, and if you'd like more information, go to climate.com on the web.
This video is brought to you by Farms.com.